What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Flex. We are here for a Champions League watch-along. Yes, the Champions League is back, and so are we. So am I here on the Football Flex. It is Athletic Club Bilbao versus Arsenal in the first game of the league phase of the Champions League. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe to the Football Flex if you are new. Kickoff is in just about 4 minutes' time. They're in Bilbao. Of course, they finished fourth in La Liga. I think it was last year, wasn't they? Of course, Manchester United did go up against them. And United actually beat them convincingly in the Europa League semi-final. But less said about that, the better. This is neutral channel as the teams now make their way out onto the pitch. Yes, it's the San Mamés Stadium. And yes, Champions League football is back. Big up Austin's in the chat. Says, yo, O-Dog, how's it going? Yes, we are here. We are ready. And the ultimate trophy and club football returns. You can see Victor Gyökeres making his way out. Ernesto Valverde, the coach for Bilbao. He's chasing Arteta, doesn't he? Of course, this is a bit of a homecoming for quite a few Arsenal players, and obviously the coach Arteta from the Basque region. But they played for Real Sociedad, the rivals, not Athletic Bilbao. As the Champions League theme plays. I'm not going to sing the whole thing, don't worry. That would be a bit nasty, wouldn't it? But as a United fan, this is the most I'm going to get of, well, Champions League, let alone European football. Cheers. First time in 11 years, they say, that's played inside the Champions League theme has been played inside that stadium. Bloody hell. Let me see if I can get my stats up. It's important. It's important to get the stats. Stats. Make sure I'm logged in with the, in the thingy. Shout out Mr. the Comedian. Graphics. There you go, lovely. That's what I'm looking for. I can share that on the screen. There you go, with the So you can see the starting 11 for both Bilbao and for Arsenal. Arsenal have Raya in goal, back four of Timber. Mosquera, who's done very, very well. Gabriel, you've got Calafiori there. Midfield three of Rice, Zubimendi, and Moreno. Of course, Declan Rice coming in. He was on the bench at the weekend. We covered that game. And the front three of Madueke, Ebereche, Eza, and Victor Gyökeres. Madueke in particular was very impressive, wasn't he, at the weekend in that game against Nottingham Forest. Ridwan says, I have no faith in this Athletic Club team, especially after we battered them. Well, I mean, we very much proved last season, didn't we, that European form versus domestic form is two completely different things, didn't we? But you never know. Let's going through the Arsenal team at the moment. Yeah, Mikel Moreno and Zubimendi. It is a big night for them both, indeed. Arsenal laying a wreath in front of Pachichi. Two captains, Inaki Williams and Gabriel, and a big ovation from the stadium. Big up Riri. It says, big up Owen, Champions League watch-along for the win. Well, we'll see what happens. First Champions League watch-along of the season. First Champions League watch-along of the week. We're going to have a bunch on here this week. We're going to have, well, probably at least one a day. I mean, tomorrow, we've got two big games that kick off at 8. Same on Thursday. So I think Flex is going to join me for at least one of them, maybe both. We'll see. So it should be a lot of fun. As we see if there's going to be any story in this one. I mean, certainly it's not an easy start for Arsenal. They still probably would be expected to, you would think, win. I mean, again, United went there and did really well last season, but maybe you could say Bilbao, they were focused on the league at that point. I don't know. As we await kickoff, we wait for the referee's whistle as the guy on the sideline, he's give the, and we're off. DF says, completely different subject, but Owen, how do you feel about TKO's WWE tenure? I feel something has been lost. Well, DF, what I would say is I did a video on this very recently on my channel, Wrestle News 365, simply titled, Is TKO Ruining WWE? And I discussed it all. So you can check out some of the pros, some of the cons on that one. Is Gabriel Mascara. He's been really, really impressive, hasn't he? Mascara, since he's come in for Saliba, of course, still out with that injury that he suffered against Liverpool early on. Long ball by David Raya. Is Urian Timber. Again, what's so impressive about Arsenal recently is the fact that, you know, they have got these injuries, but it's their squad that's so impressive, isn't it? It's their squad. It's the fact that a couple of seasons ago, Saliba drops out of the team. They say that's the difference between them winning and not winning the title. Bukayo Saka, injured. Wow, who are we going to get to score goals and create things? Odegaard, injured. Oh, my God. Whereas now it's like, Mascara can come in. Now they've got Zubimendi. They've got Declan Rice. They've got Moreno. Bukayo Saka's injured. That's all right. We've got Madueke. They've certainly got options. There's no doubt about that. And when you're playing in so many different competitions, which is, I mean, now the football season really starts, doesn't it? When you get these midweek European games playing, is when the football season really starts. I remember this camera angle. I remember it. It's all flooding back to me. I remember we dealt with this shitty camera angle when we played them, wasn't it? It's horrible. And I forgot that this is the stadium, isn't it? I would rather not discuss the last time Manchester United were in this stadium. I just noticed that David Raya is in that goal mouth. Yeah, it's all coming back to me. Gross. There's Calafiori. Arsenal were just trying to keep the ball at the moment. Not really doing many forward passes. There's one. Aiming for Gyökeres, but that's easily snuffed out. Zubimendi just heads it down to Urian Timber. Here's Madueke again. Zubimendi, goal scorer. 2 goals for him at the weekend. One was a picture-perfect volley, wasn't it? Very, very impressive. Declan Rice. It's Timber. Gabriel tried that forward pass. Nobody there. Now Bilbao going to travel forward. Here they come. It's an opportunity. I tell you what. Whoa, they were nearly in the box there. And for all of that sort of tippy-tappy, sideways, trying to protect it, Arsenal lose the ball and then just very, very quickly, 2 or 3 passes and Bilbao are, I wouldn't say in, but they were moving forward and Arsenal didn't really know what to do. There wasn't a lot in it. Well, probably was a foul. There is Ernesto Valverde. I remember when United were linked with him, when Ollie was sacked, they were saying he could have come in as an interim before Ralph. I mean, Arsenal really look like when they've got the ball here, they're struggling to find the right pass. Maybe just biding their time, perhaps. Because, I mean, they are properly passing it side to side here. It's going Mascara to fullback. Remember, here we go. This is forward pass. Oh, they'll go back again. Tried to get it going, but goes out for a throw. Going to maybe be quickly taken here by Urian Timber. He fizzed that one into Gyökeres. Both teams lose possession quite quickly. Moreno, Gabriel. Here's Calafiori. Oh, completely different wavelength to Eza then. Played it in front of him and went straight out for a throw. So there is a lot of, as I mentioned, Basque influence on this game. You've got Arteta, played for Real Sociedad. You've got Moreno, Odegaard, Zubimendi, of course. Also all played for Sociedad. There's like particular rules that clubs like Bilbao and Sociedad follow. I think Bilbao are more strict than Sociedad, I think. Like it's one of those ones, it's like if you're really into Football Manager, like always a challenging FM save is players Bilbao or players Real Sociedad. Because then you've got specific rules. You can only get like Basque players and it makes it difficult. On kick by Simon. Ball sort of ricocheting around. Ball over the top. Cross goal. Oof. Edge of the box. Blocked by Gabriel. I tell you what. It's a free kick right on the edge of the box. That's a yellow card for Declan Rice. Just outside the Arsenal box. I tell you what as well. Bilbao, they're direct, aren't they? Arsenal, meanwhile, just passing it sideways, not doing anything at all. Bilbao just go straight for it. Big up, Lucas. Hope you're doing well, my friends. That's how you're doing. I'm doing good. MA says, is Owen transferred to Flex's channel now? I'm always here. I'm always there, mate. Particularly for the live streams. That's what I do, my friend. There's a free kick. David Raya organising his wall. Look at Rice. Trying to stand up like that. It's a very tall wall, tell you that. I say about 20 yards out, something like that. Just outside the box. It's a lot of space to David Raya's left. It's a lot of space. Oh, well, it's blocked. I don't know who it hit in the end. It was one of those ones where it was a little sort of touch back and they run onto it. But it was blocked. Ball in. Oh. Bilbao look like they're the more likely to make something happen. They're much more direct than Arsenal have been so far. Arsenal, maybe they've had more of the ball. I don't know, but they've just been passing it sideways, really. See if I can get the stats up. Can we? There you go. Yeah, Ridwan, I thought that with David Raya. It did remind me of the Bruno free kick when Bruno scored against him last season. Such a huge amount of space. I never got that because for me, whenever I was setting up a wall, I wouldn't really stand central, but I would certainly be like, how much space do I need to get across? If I need to get across, how many steps am I going to need? Or, you know, I mean, I know sometimes goalkeepers, they don't want to be wrong-footed in that if they go their side, but some goalkeepers leave themselves just so much room. So throw into Bilbao. Little flick on, hasn't really gone anywhere. That's a good flick. Here's Declan Rice. Gyökeres, I think he was offside. Flag stays down, cuts it back. Now the flag goes up. Thought that was the case. Just have a look. Well, I tell you what, it's probably not offside. I thought he was off. So did the lino, but it turns out he's probably onside. If you haven't already, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well to the Football Fleck. There's a free kick to Bilbao. 11 minutes gone. Still 0-0. Oh, hit forward. Well, Bilbao probably managed to keep it in here. Just looking at the stats. Yeah, you can see Arsenal, a lot of possession, but not really anything from it. Here we go. He's going to get a long throw. Flicked out by Mascara. Gyökeres gives it to Madueke. Whoa. Was that handball by Eza? No. Say what, it's fizzed at him at a really silly height. And Bilbao is looking a bit more dangerous here. Oh, they're in the boxes. Good play. Ball into the box. Dangerous. Oh. And that'll be a goal kick. I tell you what, it was a teaser. That was a teaser. It started pretty well, Bilbao. Okay, this was good play. Through the legs of Calafiori. Little one-touch pass, and look at that. Ball into an error. Maybe looking at the strikers, maybe they could have gambled. That was the pass by Madueke to Eza. I think it was handball. So, big up Pav in the chat. Ridwan's on it when it comes to other scores going on right now. And then once again, Arsenal giving it away. Now it's a throw. "13 minutes in, still 0-0. Simon goes long. It was a good kick. Oh, it's broken here for Bilbao. He's travelling. He's going to take a shot. Deflected. In behind. Yep. Arsenal up against it. Bilbao definitely started the better team. It's going to be a corner. Of course, something that Arsenal are very good at. But can they defend it? Remember, they've only conceded, was it one goal this season, which was that Dominic Szoboszlai free kick. Ball in. Or near post. Oh, you take scuff that right up in the air. Oh, David Raya nearly dropped it then, but managed to collect it the second time. That's true, Ridwan. Arteta's assistant did used to be LVG's assistant at United. And yeah, and also Ryan Giggs' assistant at Wales. Bilbao got it again. Look at this. Arsenal can't get a foothold on the game at all. Definitely Bilbao started the better side. Ironically enough, it looked like that opened in like 5 minutes. Arsenal tried to take the sting out of the game, but by doing just nothing, it almost just encouraged Bilbao more. Now it's Arsenal with everyone behind the ball. Gyökeres tried to come back. Berenguer. Again, they're looking good. Oh, left-footed cross blocked. Oh, I don't know if that's a foul, referee. I'm not sure. Oh, it was Moreno that went down. About 15 minutes, they've done very well, Bilbao. Maybe a little bit. Maybe it leans into him a little bit. Yeah, Ali McCoy's just sort of saying the same thing as me. They're saying they've looked tidy, Bilbao. We'll see if they can keep it up. See if Arsenal struggle. Now a bit of possession for Arsenal, but once again, it's the same. It's so static, by the way. There is literally, those blue shirts are not moving at all. Like, David Raya had the ball then, and Zubamendi had the ball, and they're just not moving. They go and and then the pressure, they've lost the ball again. They are so static, Arsenal. There is no movement off the ball whatsoever. And that's a waste from Bilbao. Keeper's just kicked it over the top and given them the ball back. But they'll need to move it quicker. And here we go again. Mascara, there you go. Forward pass. And that'll be a free kick. I guess they're just waiting for the right space and the right pass. Gabriel back to Mascara. Here's Urin Timber. It's a great touch. Oh, nearly in behind. It was a good touch by Urin Timber. I'll tell you what. Nearly made a bit of a pig's ear of that, Mikel Moreno, but it was all right in the end. That's a free kick to Bilbao. Gyökeres wrestling a little bit too much. Pav says Arsenal need a corner. Well, cheat code. Fourth most successful team in Spain when it comes to league title wins. There you go. It's going to be a free kick to Bilbao. Goalkeeper to go long. I get the impression it's going to probably be a pretty tight game if things continue on as is. It's a bit acrobatic. Handball. Handball against Marino. I'm not really sure a referee had to give it. I mean, Bilbao had possession of it. Let's have a look. Yeah, it comes off his hands. Clear handball, but they already had the ball back. I don't know if there was any need. But I suppose now you've got the opportunity to put the ball in the box. There you go. Ball in. No, there's nobody there. Straight to David Raya. Waste of a free kick. Good throw that by David Raya. See, that's a bit better. You're throwing it to someone that's got some space to play in. Pass the ball forward. Oh, they're going back again. Is Declan Rice? Yeah, they're just saying on commentary, like, It's just really slow and flat. I mean, they've got the ability to. Oof. There you go. They've lost the ball again. Oh, it's a poor pass. Lucas says, I enjoy your company, Owen, but curious, where's Flex is on the radio at the moment? Flex is on the radio, and then he's having to get back as quickly as he possibly can to do the Flex and KG show. So it's a busy schedule. So it's a team effort. Here's Rice. Gyökeres. Yeah, Arsenal just... Again, they've got players that can find the right pass, open it up. So it's not I guess, the end of the world, but do look very static. That's better from Eze. Just goes forward, breaks forward. Madueke. He's going to go past him. You've got to be careful. I tell you what, really, really good defending by the Bilbao player. Ooh, I tell you what, they've lost it in a bad area. Madueke, oh, I tell you what, that is a brilliant block. Absolutely brilliant clearance. Because Ez is just about to smash it in the back of the net. And Madueke does really well to get it back, keep it alive. No, is it Timber? Yeah, Timber and then Madueke. Manages to pick out Eze actually as well. That's really good defending. Yeah, Eze doesn't have a clue that he's there. It's a big chance. Big, big chance. A little bit of a taste of Champions League football for Eze, that. You don't get a lot of time. Oh, well, that kick's put Bilbao in behind here. Berenguer. Oh. Blocked and out for a throw. Our defenders could never make a challenge like that. Wow. I don't even want to think of it, Pav. I don't even want to think about it. Man United on European nights. I don't have to this season, unfortunately. Oh, here's an opportunity for Bilbao. It's broken. Ball played through. Gabriel's going to deal with that. He's a good defender. Yeah, that's a goal kick. Does very well. I remember when we were linked with Gabriel before he signed with Arsenal. Gabriel does really well here, though. Wins a goal kick as well. Very good defending. PJ says, are you impressed with Mosquera? I have been. I've been very impressed. He slotted in after Saliba's injury and performed really well. In big games as well against Liverpool. I thought he did really well at Anfield. He was very good at the weekend against Forest too. Simon goes long at Calafiori. Well, I tell you what, he asked a bit of David Raya there, and I think David Raya actually did quite well. Calafiori like volleys it back to Raya. He can't let it bounce, and he has to somehow move his body. Here's Gyökeres. He might be onside. Gyökeres, is he in behind? Gyökeres gets the shots, and it's a comfortable save by Simon. Well, he's inside his own half. So he actually does really well, Gyökeres, to keep himself onside. Oh, through the legs, Eberechi Eze. You've been done. You've been done. And he knows it. Look at this. Oh, through the legs. Oh. Now it's comfortable in the end for Simon. Now can Bilbao again. Yeah, they do look a threat, don't they? Maybe they just don't have a lot of end product, Bilbao, but they do get in good areas. No, I've lost it there. Can't lose it there. Moreno. Gyökeres has turned him. He's rolled him. Now Vivian's got to get back in. Gyökeres up against him. Gyökeres trying to shift it onto his right foot. Eza. Zubimendi. Out to Declan Rice. That was a lovely turn. Now Bilbao have got players back in now. And now it's Arsenal to have all of their outfield players in the Bilbao half. Bilbao right behind the ball. Game certainly picked up a little bit of pace, hasn't it? Feels like it's picked up a bit of pace in the last 10 minutes. It needed it. Eza. Gabriel. Calafiori. Oh, I tell you what's going by himself. Zubimendi, Rice, Timber. Ball in. Oh, Gyökeres was attacking it. It was a diving header. And it just goes wide. I tell you what, they kicked the ball really, really quickly forward. And David Raya has to do sweeper keeping. And not only does he do it, but he also makes it as well. Oh, I tell you what, that's given away by... Was that Declan Rice who gave it away, or was it Moreno? It was Moreno. There's a switch out to Nani Madueke. Zubimendi. Yeah, I agree, Ridwan. It was a good cross. Here's Declan Rice. Madueke again. Oh, he's got to go. I tell you what. He looks good, doesn't he, Madueke, recently? You feel like whenever he drives at the player, more often than not, he manages to get past him. That was a great cross by Timber. Look at this. And he just kind of gets it wrong in the end, Gyökeres, actually. That's a better chance than I thought initially. Because it's one of those ones that the cross kind of does a lot of the work for him. And I think he just maybe doesn't anticipate it properly. But that was a brilliant cross. Absolutely fantastic. Here's Madueke with the corner. Oh, he's gone short. Zubimendi. Madueke, ball in. Oh, it's not a bad one. Oof. Mosquera nearly got to it. Eza, oh, he's going to be... Wait, it looked like he'd taken too long there for half a second. And that's out for an Arsenal throw. Oh, here you go. This might be an opportunity to counter. Nice little pass inside there. Yeah, good football by Bilbao. Very, very calm. Playing out no problem. 3 attempts from Bilbao, 2 from Arsenal. Pass was a bit short, wasn't it? Arsenal get a free kick from the foul on Nani Madueke. Yeah, just turned too easy. Ernesto Valverde. He's looking very relaxed, isn't he? Very relaxed on the bench. We're 7 likes away from 50 likes, by the way, folks. If you haven't already, click the like button. And be sure to subscribe. A reminder, more watch-alongs coming up in the next few days. There's going to be a ball in. I think it's Declan Rice to take. Ball in. Gabriel heads it. And that's comfortably over the bar. And I think Gabriel's hit his head. It's against Gyökeres. I think, yeah, Gyökeres is bleeding from the back of his head. You see that Gyökeres has got blood on his hands. Literally, not metaphorically. Yeah, Gabriel just heads the back of his head. Bang. I said, oh, I tell you what, it is bleeding quite a bit, actually. One of those. Oh, I tell you, look at that. That is a nasty cut on the back of Gyökeres' head. You saw it. That was deep. Oof. He's going to have to go full bandage around the head, you feel like. Bang. Oof. That hurts. It's when they showed the cut on the back of it. That was deep, wasn't it? So again, they're going to have to probably do the wrap the bandage around his head. Or look, he might come off. I mean, if you get a cut that deep on the back of your head, I mean, you can very easily, be concussed. Then the Arsenal substitutes warm up. Oh, definitely be checked. And again, do they? Because again, looks a pretty deep cut, and it's on the back of the head. Ali McCoy is saying on commentary, you might have to stitch it. Do you just basically do a bit of patchwork till half time? Then you've got 15 minutes to stitch it up. Like, what do you do? And if he had to come off, you would think probably Moreno ends up going up front. There you go. There's the bandage on. Either way, there's going to be significant stoppage time, isn't there? So you can see the Arsenal supporters there. They're certainly taking their time working on that bandage, as they should, to be fair. Come quite a lot of way with head injuries and concussion protocol. Now, Gyökeres getting a nice reaction from the home fans there as well. Very classy touch. Now Bilbao, a bit of possession. Still 0-0, 33 minutes played. Athletic Club Bilbao. Still goalless against Asna. Is Vivian. Berenguer. It's good pass, that. Arsenal players, what are they claiming? Handball was given by the referee. But to be fair, I would say that Bilbao, they look very, very good. This doesn't feel like the Bilbao that, Man United played. But then this feels maybe a bit more like the Bilbao we were expecting. Because when we played Bilbao last season, we were looking at the La Liga table and going, there's no way. There's no way we're going to be able to get anything out of them. We were like 2 or 3. How quickly did we score our goals against Bilbao? It was rapid, wasn't it? Bilbao versus Man United. Keeper comes and claims that one. No, we were 3-0 up by half time, wasn't it? That was it, yeah. 3-0 up by half time. You were like, bloody hell. 3-0 up, and they were down to 10 men. Literally couldn't have gone any better for us. That's a good pass by Gabriel. Gyökeres turns. And ref's given a free kick to Arsenal. Got to be taken for the right place, though. Bit of a shirt pull. That's what they've given it for. Bit of a shirt pull. Like I said, there will be significant time added on because of the head injury to Gyökeres. I tell you what, this first round of fixtures, there's a bunch of... That's a free kick. There's a bunch of really good fixtures. Bayern, Chelsea, Napoli, City, Barca, Newcastle. All very exciting. We'll be covering them here on the Football Flex. We'll have dueling scoreboards and all that fun stuff. I'll make sure we're all set up for that one. Calafiori wins that header. Eza. Nobody there. So Danny Vivian sends it back to Simon. The ball forward is going to be a bit too much from the Bilbao player to run onto. And David Raya very calmly passing it to Madueke. Madueke gives it back to Timber, back to David Raya. Woof, that was very close. Very, very close. But Bilbao have lost it anyway. Then they've won a free kick. Declan Rice, I think like you feel like he's walking a bit of a tightrope. Remember, he's already on a yellow, Declan Rice. Maybe let's have a look. Not really sure there was. I think it's a dive. They're trying to get him sent off, aren't they? But Declan Rice might be falling into that territory. Is it Ridwan? Is it Brentford Villa today? Brentford. Oh, in the Carabao Cup. Yeah, well, it's Carabao Cup week. It's Carabao Cup week. We wouldn't know anything about that. We wouldn't know anything about that. But it's Carabao Cup fixtures. Because Ange plays on Wednesday. So there's select Carabao Cup fixtures. Because this was the EFL's frustration when the Champions League got changed last season because it's 2 extra match days, isn't it? And they were like, how's that going to affect the Carabao Cup? Is Madueke? Now the Bilbao players have started to double up on Madueke. You can see they realise the danger that he possesses. A throw for Arsenal. We're about 5.5 minutes to go to half time, plus stoppage time, which there'll be, would think, a considerable amount because of Gyökeres's head injury. Berenguer. Oh, it's good feet, but Gabriel wins the ball back fairly. Not sure why the Bilbao player's rolling around. I thought it was a fair tackle. Eza, Calafiori. Eza does well. Oh, and he had a bit of a nibble afterwards. I'm not sure why, because Eza's tackle was fine. There was nothing wrong with Eza's tackle. I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything wrong with that tackle from Eza. I don't think any issues with that at all. Calafiori, long throw. Calafiori again. He's going to put it straight out for a throw. Exactly, Ridwan. Could have been killed. Still no breakthrough in this one. Has there been I think someone said PSV, didn't they? I should add my Champions League scores up, shouldn't I? Champions League. There was a little flick. Madueke shot blocked. Is Zubimendi. Timber. Timber is in the box. Madueke. Still trying to find that cross. Blocked. He was half-heartedly claiming a hand. Zubimendi flicked it forward. Doesn't manage to keep the cross in, but keep has it. Yes, Union St. Gilloise are 2-0 up. I tell you what, as well. Is that the one, Union St. Gilloise, who's Berenguer across goal? Oh, close. Just went across the Arsenal 6-yard box, but there was just nobody there. Look at this. Oof. But Union SG, I'm pretty sure they're haven't they got like minority ownership from Tony Bloom? I think. Unless I've made that up. Tony Bloom. Yeah, he's a key investor, having become their majority shareholder in 2018. Although UEFA rules forced him to become a minority shareholder to comply with the multi-club ownership regulations. That's right. So imagine that. He did that for one season because Brighton were in the Europa League. Now he's minority shareholder of a club that's in the Champions League. Matt says, what's up, Owen? Just got back from work. What are your odds on an Arsenal loss? I know. To tell you what, this game is there for Bilbao. Both, every time they go forward, Bilbao, they do look dangerous. I mean, Arsenal have got very good defense. and a very good goalkeeper. But they haven't really created all that much, Arsenal, in this first half. Long throw, headed away by Mosquera. Just a bit of a tackle, went by him for a goal kick in the end for Arsenal. And Vivian was the one that got sent off against Manchester United. Manchester United in the Europa League last season. And looks like David Raya is just saying, just get up the pitch. Just going to go long, mate. Only 3. I thought it would be longer. But Gyökeres was down for a while, wasn't he? But only 3 minutes of stoppage time, they think. Wow. Gabriel, header forward. That's going to be a free kick. PJ says they never look like they have a striker. Yeah, it just feels like they're missing a bit of the end product, Bilbao. They play some nice stuff in and around the box, get into good areas, good positions. But really, neither team's had that big opportunity. Neither goalkeepers had to make a really big save. They'll get a little bit of late drama. Played through the legs of Calafiori. Oh. Ball in. Oh, it was by Williams. And again, it wasn't a bad one. If there was someone in the box, having the tap-in, there's just nobody there. Yeah, and that's a foul on Victor Gyökeres. Bit of wrestling. Oh, they've gone for a quick free kick. I mean, Bilbao hadn't really reacted to it then. Here's Madueke. He's into the box. In the end, Vivian gets across. Is that a corner or a goal kick? Yeah, goal kick. Yeah, it does really well. It is a goal kick as well. You can see the what happened. They took it really quick, Arsenal. That's why I think Bilbao are frustrated. They were like, they took it too fast. If you haven't already, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well to the Football Flex if you are new. We'll have a lot of Champions League watch-alongs and reactions coming up this week. Well, throughout the season. We have about 40 seconds left of this 3 minutes of stoppage time. Gabriel, he didn't get a clean header run. Actually skimmed off his head and went backwards. So luckily, there was nobody really there to take advantage of that. Oh, what's a bad pass by Gabriel. Last chance for Bilbao. Navarro shoots. Deflected. That's going to be a corner. Probably the last kick of the first half this will be. But Bilbao just pushing. It was a really poor pass by Gabriel, and it was Declan Rice in the end who gets the block. Here we go. This is going to be the last kick of the first half, one would think. Berenguer to take their number 7. Ball in. Flick on at the near post, but you think that will probably be all she wrote for the first half. There you go. There is the halftime whistle. It is Athletic Club Bilbao 0, Asna 0. In that first half. It was a relatively enjoyable first half. No real big chances for either. You could really say no sort of real big clear-cut chances. But certainly it's all there to play for. We can get the stats up actually on the screen there. Goes to show there wasn't really any big chances, was there? Bilbao's expected goals, 0.15. Asna's expected goals, 0.31. Not that much. Bilbao did have more shots, 7 to Arsenal's 4. But there's only been one shot on target throughout the entirety of that first half. That was that Victor Gyökeres one, which Simon dealt with very, very easily. Possession-wise, Arsenal have had a lot of the ball, haven't really done anything with it. Most of that is just sideways passing between the back four and the goalkeeper. So, I mean, it does go to show, doesn't it? It does go to show what kind of first half it's been. Been a good atmosphere, and at points the tempo's been okay. But aside from that, it's really not too much to talk about, to be honest with you. So with that being said, get your questions in. Ask whatever you want. We can do either or, you know what I mean? Which is like, would you either have this or this? What's your favorite crisps? What's your favorite chocolate bar? What's your ideal breakfast? I think it's time for that kind of conversation, isn't it, really? Because aside from that, there's not too much to really discuss after that first half, really. As Redone says, stats-wise, dead. Ed says Champions League games on whole commuting from work. I'll never get used to this. And Sridhar says, "Love to be a part of it someday." Yeah, well, Champions League, yeah. I know how you feel. What's your ideal breakfast? Well, I have the same thing every day. I have the same thing every day. It's not this. I'm going to sound like Gary Neville now. I'll have one of those Huels in the morning, Huel Black. I will have some. I get like a bowl, and I'll put in some almonds. I'll put in a couple of Brazil nuts. You have to be specific. I think like 3, because if you have any more, they're like toxic for humans. So you can only have like 3. And some blueberries. I have that with my Huel, and that's usually my breakfast. Really, it's very, very boring. But I never really, throughout my life, have been much of a breakfast person. It's only in recent years I've kind of that's it, selenium toxicity, yes. But I eat for the selenium, but not more than 3. Yes. But I never used to be much of a breakfast. I never used to be that much of a breakfast guy. But in recent years, I've forced myself to have it, because it is the most important meal of the day, and it does, give you energy and what have you. A good breakfast, that is. Because sometimes I'm one of those people that if I have, say I have like a big meal, or if I have something particularly like, I don't know, sugary or something like that, I will crash. So if I have a big breakfast, let's say I had like a big full English, big giant plate of food with beans and bacon and hash browns and eggs or what have you. After all that, I would be crashing very, very soon. I would probably have to have a nap, most likely. And then once I've woken up from my nap, I'd probably eat again. But yeah, so I have to keep my meals fairly small, otherwise I'll just fall asleep. So someone said, Lucas said favorite crisp flavor is ketchup. Do they even make those over here anymore? They used to do like the Walker's, like Heinz ketchup ones for a while, didn't they? And they were all right, to be fair. But I don't even know if they make them anymore. Heinz ketchup Walkers. Do they still make them? Oh, they still do. Look at that. You can get a 6-pack. Yeah. Proper Heinz ketchup flavor. Now, I saw something before. I don't know how true this is. That Heinz make their ketchup a specific color of red that matches like the label or something like that. And then that's how you can tell if you go into a restaurant and you ask for ketchup. If the ketchup doesn't match the label, then it's not actually Heinz in there. It's been refilled. I don't know if that's a real thing, or if that's just like one of those urban myths. But let's Google that as well. ketchup color, Heinz ketchup color match. Is that true? Maybe it is a real thing. There you go. If the color of Heinz didn't match the label, the bottle didn't have Heinz in it. Colors match. Heinz called it the label of truth. There you go. See? Always learning. Don't say you never learn anything on these streams. Yeah? Absolutely. Got to. If you haven't already, click the like button and also be sure to subscribe. PJ says all we want is spicy sauce. No, we don't. No, we don't, PJ. I can't be doing with the spice. I mean, did you see what I was willing to commit to in the summer? And it was like it feels almost ridiculous to say, wasn't it? It was if we got Donnarumma and Carlos Baleba. Well, I think Donnarumma specifically, I think was hot chip. I had said I think Donnarumma was hot chip, and Baleba I think was Manchester United WWE Championship, and of course neither happened. So I did not have to part with, I guess, my insides if I had to do the hot chip, and I didn't have to part with my money for the Manchester United WWE Championship. One day we'll, win something, and then it'll be the right time to get it, but not yet. Not now. Definitely not. Ridwan says the condiments certainly don't help the calorie deficit. That is true. Sometimes you feel like you're eating healthy or you're eating well, and then it's smothered in sauce or some kind of. I've found as a general rule of thumb, and maybe this isn't very helpful for people, but a lot of the time, if it tastes really, really good, it's probably something that probably isn't super healthy. But if you have it in moderation, that's the key thing. It's about having it in moderation and making sure it's balanced. Yeah. But otherwise, you go, this tastes really, really good. Is it healthy for you? Absolutely not. Well, makes sense. This doesn't taste that great. Oh, it's really good for you. Thought so. Yeah. Always the way, isn't it? Always the way. I wonder what Martin Keown's saying. Who's ever said that in their life? Well, I heard enough with Martin Keown. Absolutely. Anyway, second half's about to start in a second. Well, in a bit. As they come back from commercial. 0-0. And remember, when it comes to the league phase, last season, PSG, of course, won the whole competition. They barely just qualified in the league phase, didn't they? They were in danger at one point. So anything can happen when it comes to the league phase. It's just about making sure that you qualify in the right areas, not necessarily about finishing top or what have you. Who finished top last season? Was it Liverpool? It was Liverpool, wasn't it? I think. So, yes. There's a lot of debate about colours of sauce. Why do British call it red, brown, and white sauce? Depends what it is, isn't it? Depends what it is. I don't think people don't really tend to call ketchup red sauce, do they? I don't think. Brown sauce is a thing, but and then white sauce I kind of is, but it depends on the meal. But I don't really think people go. Do people really go red sauce? Do they go, oh, what sauce do you want? Red, and then people go, all right, ketchup, right? Or they go tomato sauce, don't they? Sometimes they don't say ketchup. They go tomato sauce. Jamie says, what else is brown sauce called? Well, again, it depends what it is. It depends what it is. Because some people confuse like barbecue sauce for brown sauce, don't they? But it's not. It depends. I don't like brown sauce, to be fair. It's not for me. But it's always, yeah. Lucas says, when I was in a chippy last year in London, they asked me which color of sauces I want. Well, that's because depending on where you are in the country or where you are in, say, the UK, chip shops, they are the most like varied thing depending on geographic location. Like you ask for some things, if you ask for something in a chip shop in London versus a chip shop in, I don't know, let's say Manchester, night and day, be completely different. Some chip shops in London, if you say, I can have gravy, they'll look at you like, what? Whereas up north, it's just kind of a prerequisite. Yeah. Sometimes you don't even have to ask. It's like gravy. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So that's what it's like. So it depends. And like in the UK, there's like 3 or 4 different words for a bread roll, depending on where you're from. Was it bread roll? Different names. There's loads. Some call it like a tea cake. Some call it a cob. Some call it a balm cake. Some call it a bara, a bap, a bread cake, a softie, a balm, a muffin, a bun, a morning roll, a stotty, a batch, roll, scuffler. Like there's so many different words for what is a bread roll. What would I call that? I definitely wouldn't call it a tea cake and a cob or anything like that. And I've lived in the Midlands. Well, I went to uni in the Midlands, so I'm aware of what a cob is, but I never would call it that. I've never used balm cake. Usually, I would just say bread roll. I think roll, bun. It's usually just a roll. Or a bread roll, I think. Kind of what it is. Maybe. Yeah. If you haven't already clicked the like button, we're nearly at 60 likes as we wait for the second half to start. Butty. Yeah, I use that. Chip butty. I've used that before. But I've never used a balm cake. This seems completely. And there's something about the word like bap that I kind of find quite gross. It's one of those words you just don't really like saying. I could have a bacon bap, please. Like, ugh. No, thank you. Or a bun. Yeah, I'll give you that. That's Real Madrid, Marseille tonight, and Juventus versus Dortmund. Champions League is very much back. What other things have like that much variation in what they're called? Because that's a lot of variation, isn't it? I mean, I get it if like, just a bit like a difference between, America and the UK is that sometimes you have things that are different, sidewalk, pavement, sneakers, trainers. But I mean, I think if you look at it, like again, bread roll, just even by location, it's mental. Frank says, "Oh my God, the views should be evidence enough to get this guy gone. Boring my head off. Now I have to go watch AFTV. Shame." All right, Frank. You got your attention you're looking for. There's quite literally a million different YouTube channels probably streaming now this game. Arsenal with their huddle. Gyökeres still got that headband on. He probably got some treatment on it at halftime, you probably think. So we just wait for the sign to kick off. The second half is underway. I wonder if we'll have any goals in this second half. Is Eza. That's going to be a free kick. He said he's got a bandage. I was going to say, what are you talking about, Darren Fletcher? Darren Fletcher's on commentary saying he's been patched up, he doesn't need a bandage. They just showed him with the bandage on. There's Nutty Madueke, ball in. Easy to claim by Simon. The Red says, Owen, can you for a huddle for the second half? It's difficult to type with the Muppet hands, isn't it? But by myself feels a bit weird, doesn't it? As Bilbao with a bit of possession. You wonder if it's going to be the same kind of stalemate as the first half was. Not a lot of goalmouth action. Gabriel gets a free kick. A little bit of a nudge, as Alan McCoy was saying. A little bit of a nudge. It was a free kick. No doubt about it. Indeed, Ali. And Zubamendi. Declan Rice. Calafiori. Good feet. Why is a foul? Good area for Arsenal, this. Yeah, clear free kick. Ernesto Valverde having a bit of a word with the fourth official there, seemingly. Asking the question. Good position, though, for Arsenal. See what Declan Rice can do from this set piece. There we go. It's going to be a in-swinger, perhaps. Back post! Oh, free header for Victor Gyökeres. It's a chance. That is a chance. Look at this. Yeah, a little nudge pushing the back. You wonder if it would have got chalked off had he got on target. Yeah, it's definitely a shove. I think it's probably a free kick in the end, actually. I think it might have been called off by VAR. I suppose you never know with the Champions League. The bar for certain VAR decisions is less than it is in the Prem. So figure that one out. Oh, I tell you what, he's just scuffed that one up in the air. Oh, that was nasty. I think Timber goes into the back of the head of Williams. Yeah. I think Timber knows. You can tell. Have a look. Yeah. Little nudge on the elbow. Or the Bilbao captain. Still Arsenal, just from an attacking perspective, just feel very static. I feel like if someone is going to create something, it might be... I mean, you haven't seen that much from Madueke or Eza in this game either. Bilbao very comfortable. I'll tell you what, right? Hits up in the air. Arteta tried to assist his team, giving the ball back for that throw. Madueke, Marino. They tried to cut it back, but again, this is not very fluid. But Athletic Bilbao are. Here come Bilbao on the counter-attack, Williams. I tell you what, for a half a second, I wondered if he was going to go down in the box. He gets back up, and that's going to be an Arsenal. I tell you what, Gabriel's a good defender, isn't he? Does really, really well, and he celebrates it. When he runs past there, I wondered when he ran across Mosquera, I thought if Mosquera dangled out a leg. Nice flick by Williams. But it's an Arsenal throw. You're in Timber to take. Oh, Declan Rice has lost it. It's in the box. Shot blocked by Rice. Berenguer. But they do have some good build-up play, Bilbao. They just don't really have a lot of end product. But it's really kind of the same as it was in the first half, this one. I'd probably say that Bilbao just look a little bit more lively. Arsenal look very comfortable just passing it sideways. He probably will get an opportunity just because of the quality. Gyökeres. Madueke, he's got the run on him. Madueke, oof. I think he took a shot. Simon gets a hand to it. It was a proper mismatch for speed. And that's a throw for Arsenal. Is he? Yeah, I think maybe he tried to get a cross off, but he kind of stabbed it with the outside of his foot. Madueke forces the save from Simon, but looked relatively comfortable, didn't he? Timber. He kept it in. He did really, really well. And that's going to be a foul. Excellent work by the Bilbao player. Wins it back, then wins a free kick. As Digital Assets says, Declan Rice. This was the Madueke chance. That's it, yeah. I think it was an attempted cross, but the ball just got a little bit in front of him. Definitely wasn't a shot. Simon with the long kick. Williams went down, didn't get anything. Ball bouncing around in the middle of the pitch. Eza heads it back to Calafiori. Ed Derez says, I'm sorry for scaring you on UV the other day, Owen. Quick costume changes is hard for us pros. Hey, it was very impressive, Ed Derez. You have earned my trust, my friend. Now, whenever I pick you on a match day or what have you, I'll know that if you say, well, it's going to take me a little bit here, I'll be like, well, I trust Ed Derez. I tell you what, Ernesto Valverde has done quite well. He's really neutralized Arsenal, hasn't he? A couple of times there, they've had to go long, Arsenal, but they keep getting caught. For Bilbao, Arsenal just able to stop them there. Here's Madueke again, down Arsenal's right-hand side, but forced to go backwards. So still managing to just stifle Arsenal, and they can't really get much of anything going, can they? Is Madueke on the right once more. And once again, Arsenal can't get through them. But they're giving the ball away. Sloppy. Madueke is good again. Timber, good touch. Plays it in behind to Madueke, cuts it back. No. Moreno ball in towards Rice at the back. Head away. Yeah, something's going to happen. You feel like it would maybe come from Madueke, but with him, it's end product. You never really know what you're going to get. You know he's going to go past players, but whether or not he's actually going to have the end product is you never know. Calafiori. Timber. Madueke shifts it onto the left. It was saved comfortably by Simon. Just seeing that was the free kick. Ezra. He kind of struggled tonight, Ezra, hasn't he? It was good defending that block shot from Madueke. No, good tackle. Oof. Calafiori just gets it in the end. Once again, Bilbao look good. I tell you what, that's a brilliant crossfield pass by Zubimendi. That's the difference when you're passing it into space. But Madueke can't get past the Bilbao left back. Bilbao just feel the more lively team. Arsenal just very pedestrian. It's not been he's lost it there. Zubimendi's been caught in possession. Now, Bilbao, they don't really have much end product, so can they get it this time in the box? Williams, he has the shot and it's saved in the end by David Raya. Twist Gabriel inside out, but Gabriel manages to hold him up enough. He got the shot off. It was very comfortable for David Raya. It was good defending. He managed to show him down the outside. Zubimendi. We're nearly at 60 minutes of just over half an hour to go. Still Athletic Club 0, Arsenal 0. If you haven't already, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe to the Football Flex. Reminder, we will be live tomorrow for Champions League. What games are we doing tomorrow? We're doing the 8 o'clock ones tomorrow. So tomorrow we are live for Chelsea Bayern and Liverpool Atletico. And then Thursday we're live for Newcastle Barca and Man City Napoli. We'll have different scoreboards and all that fun stuff. Lelia says, any subs? I wonder if Arteta's going to make any. We're just seeing Bilbao about to make some. Madueke down Arsenal's right-hand side. I know, Ridwan, there's some big fixtures, aren't there? That is what's good about this new format, is you do get some big fixtures early. Because, I mean, the Champions League, when Champions League gets really good, is knockout stage, isn't it? Knockout stage and the drama of two-legged football. And I think they're trying to add a bit more stakes to the group stage and more people watching the group stage. So you get at least a couple of big fixtures, don't you? Each team gets a couple of big fixtures. That's a great pass. Madueke. Right foot chips it. That's such a waste. I told you end product with Madueke. He can be bottle of fizzy pop as well. Good feet, goes past the player, shit cross. No end product. Madueke looks like he knows it as well. Unai Gomez for Robert Navarro. "60 minutes gone, still 0-0. I know, Jamie. Every time it feels like every game I watch is like a 0-0 or something really, really flat. No real drama. Yes, the drama catchphrase has not followed me to the Football Flex. Maybe on United View it has, but that's just Manchester United, isn't it? Here's Calafiori. Here's Urine Timber. Oh, I tell you what, he's done brilliantly. Oh, for a second, I thought he was going to do well, but now he's lost it and they're attacking exactly where he should be. Tried to put the cross, but it was blocked by Mascara. There they come again, and that's a good tackle. And the Bilbao player trying to get the crowd going. Layla says Arteta again doesn't want to take any risks. Can't be a tackle for getting the home crowd going, says Ali McCoist. Oh. I tell you what, I feel like the quality of this game is just getting worse, isn't it? As the game's going on. Still no real clear-cut chances. Arsenal just looking very slobby. Declan Rice switched to Madueke. It feels like their game plan is get the ball to Madueke, but again, he's had no end product tonight. Ball in. Oh, head away. Gyökeres, he barely touched the ball. I forgot he was on the pitch in the second half. Like, Gyökeres must have hardly touched it at all. I mean, we're what? Nearly 20 minutes in to this second half, and Gyökeres has disappeared. It literally disappeared, vanished. Genuinely forgot he was on the pitch. Madueke. Timber losing the ball again. Advantage being played by the referee. Gomez, he's got to go by himself. Crowd applauding the effort by Gomez to keep possession. They're saying that maybe could be another change. Still no subs by Arteta. Maybe he needs to do another team talk with a light bulb or something. Maybe he needs to do that. Ball played forward. Gyökeres, can he get to that? Nope. Manages to win a throw, though. Vivian puts it out. Good evening, Simone. Appreciate you joining us here on the Football Flex. We're 2 likes away from 70 likes. If you haven't already clicked the like button. And here, well, he comes off. Gyökeres off. Trossard on. Well, Gyökeres is done next to nothing, has he? First half, he did okay. Second half, just completely vanished. Completely disappeared in the second half. Of course, he had the cut on the back of his head, but yeah, it was not great. You would assume maybe. Oh, Moreno, nearly landed for Moreno. I think you would think probably Moreno will go through the middle, perhaps. I mean, I know Trossard came on for Gyökeres, but will it be like for like? I'll have to wait and see. Srinath says, streaming any later games today? Not today. Srinath will be tomorrow, though. Eza. Moreno. And straight away gets a header against the goalkeeper. Hey. Suddenly can get some chances. Get going. Interesting. But yes, we'll be streaming the late games tomorrow and Thursday, Srinath, so be sure to join us then. Ridwan says Moreno is the Fellaini, a bit like Harry Maguire. Maguire's our Fellaini. He's 2025 Fellaini. Should be on penalties. And that's a throw to Bilbao. Hakeem says, what an awful game of football. Yeah, it really has devolved in just to a shit game. I mean, it's one of those ones where, after 30 minutes in the first half, you go, okay, well, they're just being a bit cautious. But 66 minutes in, we can safely say this has been a very drab game of football, hasn't it? Very, very drab. I mean, expected goals probably says it all. Expected goals for Bilbao, 0.37. Expected goals for Arsenal, 0.57. Based off 66 minutes of football, both teams wouldn't have been expected to, haven't had chances that should have led to a goal. Just madness. What a flat game. It's Mascara. Matt says, would you take Prime Fellaini on our current squad, Owen? Not like we would cross him anyway. Well, you make a good point, don't you? He was always one that I always felt like, sometimes he got played in midfield and it was like, don't do that. Like, yeah, when he was at Everton, he did well because he was basically a number 10 or a striker, wasn't he? But like you say, would we actually play to him? Who knows? But I'd rather have him to bring on than Harry Maguire in that role, But when he did his best work for Everton, he was in the 10 or a striker. I mean, if Kobbie Mainoo isn't suited for Man United's midfield, I don't think Marouane Fellaini is. Here's Williams. He's in the box. Managed to get the crosser. Edge of the box. Dispossessed. Calafiori. Trossard. Poof. It was a foul. He didn't know if he needed to do it. It was a free kick as well. He just sort of stumbled into him. No, he was waiting for it. He was waiting for the foul and he got it. And there was no need to do it. I think he lands on his arm or his elbow. It's a bit of discomfort, does Leandro Trossard. I think he'll be all right, though. It's bad when they're showing the shot from earlier on where David Raya was very comfortable for him. It's showing the match highlights, and there really aren't that many. Bilbao, I'll tell you what, they are so frustrating to watch, aren't they, Bilbao? They have got no end product whatsoever. That's a good pass by David Raya. Great pass to Urian Timber. Oh yeah, it's the Ashes this winter. I love me a bit of Ashes. I tell you what, I got really into. Whoa! Tell you what, they nearly made a mess of that one. I got really into listening to the England versus India over the summer in the cricket. Very much enjoyed that. When I'm sat doing my work, where it's, creating graphics, editing videos or whatever, have the cricket on. Lovely stuff. So I'll be doing that in the winter, but obviously that's late, so I'm going to have to record it and watch it the morning after, which is fine. Ezra off. Martinelli is on. It was a flat one for Eberechi Eze, wasn't it? Less than 20 minutes left. Can't imagine there'll be huge amounts of stoppage time either. Again, the game's been very flat. Oh, here we go. Martinelli. Speed in behind. Oh, he's in. Martinelli's one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he scored. I tell you what, the goalkeeper's fumbled it a bit as well, but Arsenal have got their goal. We've got our goal in this match. And I tell you what, Mikel Arteta's got it absolutely spot on, hasn't he? Absolutely spot on. He's made the substitution immediately. Immediately, he's got the impact. Eberechi Eze off. You've got the pace in behind of Martinelli. What was I saying earlier on? Just need to be a bit more direct. I think he gets a bit lucky with the finish. I think the goalkeeper will be very frustrated with himself. Let's have a look at this. Starts off a long kick from the goalkeeper. Just flicked on. Good flick on by Trossard. And he doesn't really have the right. That touch is good. Yeah, keeper should do better. Keeper should do a lot better. Look. I tell you what, it's a shit finish. The finish is absolutely shite. Keeper, you've had an absolute stinker. Look at that. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Spirit of Andre Onana. It's it right at the keeper. Just squirms under him. He'll be furious. It was, to be honest, again, it was one of those ones. Ali McCoist on commentary tried to give it it's too close to the goalkeeper. That's why he can't get down. Bullshit. Keeper should save it. There's no way of dressing it up. Goalkeeper should save it. That squirmed through the goalkeeper. It's a poor finish and it's poor goalkeeping. I mean, Martinelli does well to, after the flick. I mean, Trossard does really well just to keep it alive, to be fair. And then Martinelli does well to keep putting the pressure on. His touch to get away from the defender is good. The finish is not all that. But goalkeeper doesn't do his job. But Arsenal lead 1-0. We have a goal. Ball over the top. Goes all the way back to David Raya. And now, if you thought Arsenal were playing... maybe a bit dry, a bit dull. Now they've got a lead. Get people behind the ball. But look, huge credit to Arteta, because you would have said, you're taking Eze off for Martinelli. Well, I don't know about that. Eze's a much better player, but Eberechi Eze struggled tonight, didn't he? Couldn't really get involved in the game. Was second to a lot of the duels. Next thing you know, Martinelli comes on, bit of pace, bit of something different, ability to run in behind, and they get their goal. So credit to Arteta, because he got the sub right. Can't argue with that. Not only was the correct sub the right person to bring on, but it was the right time as well. Super chat from Amanor. Is venting clearly says we should be in the Champions League, but Amorim had other plans. We can't be in Europe. Remember, Amanor. I mean, that's what our manager said. We can't be in Europe. Yep. Isn't it fun? It feels like pretty much half the Premier League is in Europe as well, apart from us. Back in my day, I remembered when it was just, was it top 3 got in the Champions League? Now, basically, everyone can get in the in European competition, apart from us still. There's going to be a throw from Bilbao. Long throw. Edge of the box. Shoots, blocked. And I tell you what, this is what Arsenal have got good at. Again, ball in. Glanced on. That's another clash of heads. Moreno's down. Ed the Red says, I've forgotten what scoring goals feels like. Yes. And Moreno's down. He clashed heads with a Bilbao player. Here we go. Just in a replay of it. When was the clash of heads then? Oh, here you go. Oh, yeah. Oof. That does hurt. That does hurt. Oof. Nasty. Ouch. Is that more blood? Yeah, looks like Moreno's got blood on his hands as well. So he's going to be the second Arsenal player to get a cut on his head. Or they look like maybe the Bilbao player's getting some treatment on his head too. That is shocking goalkeeping. Really is poor goalkeeping from Unai Simon. I mean, and he doesn't Simon play more often for Spain than David Raya. Because if that is the case, that is an absolute piss take. Because David Raya, for me, is way clear of him. Let's look at Spain's last match. So they played. When was the last match they played Spain? Against Turkey. They won 7-0. Bloody hell. Yeah, Simon plays in goal for them. An absolute piss take. I mean, look, I guess they won the Euros. So what are you going to say, right? It's working for them, clearly. Well, that they play Bulgaria. Simon in goal. Maybe it's just, again, it's a bit like the Pickford situation with England. Just incumbent. There's no reason to swap him out. But for me, David Raya is the better keeper. It's, yeah, shocking keeping. I mean, it goes in the middle of the net. If the ball ever goes in the middle of the net, more often than not, the goalkeeper has to look at themselves because the ball should never go in the middle of the net. That should never happen. I mean, there are certain scenarios whereby you can go, okay, that's fine, but more often than not, if it goes in the middle, yeah. I mean, the Bilbao substitutes were having to help out with the medical attention there for the player that needs the treatment for the head injury. Going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Calafiori's down. He looks in a bit of pain, doesn't he? Williams is checking on him. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Got kicked right in the Achilles, didn't he? Ouch. That does hurt. That is a painful one. Matt says we should coin that Ananana. Yes. Well, not a Turkey Onana, though. Trabzonspor. It's getting man of the match. It's inevitable, isn't it? It's like Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. Once you leave Manchester United, I am inevitable. And then you get a man of the match performance and score a goal, keep a clean sheet, something along those lines. It's always the way, isn't it? Less than 10 minutes to go. Arsenal still 1-0 up. Thanks to that second half Martinelli goal. Just 36 seconds after he came onto the pitch. David Raya goes along with that kick. And Gabriel looked like it was a difficult one, that, for David Raya. Kind of slices it, but it was fine. Mosquera's done a very solid once again. He's a really good signing. He's done really, really well. And again, they're still not conceding goals. I mean, the goal they conceded, obviously, against Liverpool was the Szoboszlai free kick. Oh, keeps it on. And that is a foul on Mosquera. Again, he's done really, really well at centre-back. Obviously, when Saliba's fit, he's going to go straight back in. But that's what I keep mentioning about Arsenal. That is the most impressive thing. Say what you will about maybe some of the performances. They've been maybe a bit difficult on the eye, but they've definitely got options. The fact that you can have Odegaard, Saka, Saliba all missing, and you're still grinding out performances, that is a big difference from them a couple of seasons ago. A couple of seasons ago, if they had one of those players missing, let alone three of them, they'd be like, oh my God, we're not going to win this game. I remember a Saliba-less Arsenal going to the London Stadium. Was against West Ham when they were chasing City for the title and David Moyes doing a number on them. Trossard. And it goes out for a corner. Gabriel Hetze, you bitch. Traitor. Wanted to go to Liverpool. Second corner of the evening for Asna. First one, they went short. It's going to be Madueke taken. Going to get a yellow card for Madueke. He was delaying taking the corner. Whenever you're ready. Now the referees. Yeah, to be fair, Madueke is right there. He's going, you booked me for saying I'm taking time. Now you're having a go at them wrestling. So which one is it? Ball in. Arsenal claiming for a handball. Oh, opportunity for Bilbao to counter. Williams is charging forward. Cuts inside. You play it straight at Zubimendi. I know Declan Rice is trying to run the ball to safety, but he's given a free kick. Bilbao fans aren't happy. Yeah, it is a free kick. No doubt about that. Ernesto Valverde's complained to the fourth official. Less than 5 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. Arsenal leading through Gabriel Martinelli. Yeah, second half substitute, 30 seconds after entering the pitch. Gets a goal for Arsenal. The question is it going to be the winner? That's the real question. Oh, nutmeg. Mascara. Moreno. He did well in the end. Carries on. I think the ref's done pretty well in this game, actually. Martinelli's gone past him. He's into the box. Cuts it back. Trossard. Deflect. It's in. It's in. 2-0. Game over. And there you go. Both substitutes have delivered. 2-0. Game over. And I tell you what, this has turned into a really good performance by Arsenal, to be fair. It's turned into a good performance because it's not been pretty, but they've gone away to Bilbao and they've got 2 goals. Game over. Job done. I tell you, he's a good sub to have, isn't he? He's a good sub to have, Leandro Trossard. Always coming on, always making a difference. Get a bit of luck with the deflection. Williams is trying to claim for a foul as well. But who made the goal as well? Martinelli. Martinelli's come on and he's absolutely made the difference for Arsenal. Is it a foul? No, it's never a free kick. You can't complain that. And a lot happens afterwards. You won't give a foul. But look at Martinelli. Goes at him and manages to go past him too. Cuts it back. Trossard gets a bit of luck. But in fact, to be fair, I think Martinelli and Trossard both do really, really well. Trossard does gets luck with that one. Keeper can't do anything about that one. I criticised Simon earlier. That one can do nothing about it. But Martinelli, that is a stroke of genius by Mikel Arteta. He's literally brought him on. Martinelli scored straight away. Then he set up the second. Mikel Arteta for the victory. Absolutely gets it right. Can't argue with that, can you? And it's like I said, it's not been the prettiest or the best performance from Arsenal by any stretch, but what they have done this season so far, aside from that Liverpool game, but they're finding ways to get the job done. In certain games when it's difficult, they can still grind out results. And as I've mentioned a million times in the last few games, because we covered Arsenal the last few games, they've got options. The biggest strength they've got this season, Arsenal, is their squad. Like I said, look at the people missing today. Odegaard missing, Saliba missing, Bukayo Saka missing. They've brought off Eberechi Eze. They've brought off Victor Gyökeres, and they're still winning the game 2-0 with the substitutions that they've got. That is impressive. All of those high-profile, big-name players not available are still winning the game. Again, might not be as pretty as it probably should be, but they're getting results, and results are the currency of football. And that's a free kick to Arsenal. I wonder how much time the referee will add on. It's going to make some more subs. Norgard is coming on for Madueke. And Hikapié is coming on for Calafiori. I don't know what Williams was complaining about. It never was a foul. Never in a million years was it. But both make their Arsenal debut. Six minutes of stoppage time. The irony is, and again, in the first half, only 3, even though they had a loads amount of time for the Gyökeres head injury. But C1's going long here. Flick on. Whoa. Oh, I tell you what, for half a second there, David Raya nearly had a bit of a fumble. It was fine in the end. Raya with a kick up the pitch. Oh, does really well, Declan Rice there. Norgard. He manages to keep the ball, actually. Did well. This Timber. Now Arsenal just bopping the ball around to get to the final whistle. It's a good tackle there by Jurrien Timber. Bilbao players rolling around, but he's not going to get anything. And as Ali McCoy is saying, Arsenal haven't been really anywhere near their best, but I think it's a really good result from them. I think it's a really good result. And a good performance in the sense of, like, not in terms of, oh, it's really high quality, but a good performance in that this is a Champions League away performance where you stay compact, you stay robust, you get your victory, you don't concede again. They still haven't conceded. So they're still not conceding from open play at all. Their defense, and it's not even at full strength. Their defense is so strong, Arsenal. Only goal they're conceding is a free kick from Szoboszlai. Aside from that, they ain't conceding goals, which really does say a lot. Mascara again. That's a free kick to Arsenal. Norgard fouled. They're just saying on commentary that Declan Rice has managed himself quite well. He got that booking really early on and looked like he was walking the tightrope for a little while, didn't it? But he's managed to keep it going. Make sure he doesn't get a second yellow. I think Arsenal are just going to have possession for this until the time runs out. To Bamendi. Raya. Mascara. And it's going to be a very good start for Arsenal. Oof, I thought maybe Martinelli would be in again there for a third. He's been the difference maker. Here's a late opportunity for Bilbao. I don't know, why did he pass it backwards? Pass it forwards. Oh, Gabriel. A bit of a mess of that. Well, if Supermendi was fouled, he's got shoved over. You can see some of the Bilbao fans start to leave that. Vivian, who the ball came off for Trossard's goal, that being Arsenal's second. 60 seconds left of this one. And that's an Arsenal throw. And look at Ernesto Valverde. He's sort of standing there looking a bit shell-shocked. Who've cleared. But I think Arsenal will be absolutely thrilled with this. Again, wasn't pretty to watch, but it doesn't matter. You get the victory. Difficult place to go. I mean, winning 3-0 isn't for everyone. But then always been in the Champions League for everyone. So, yeah. As we wait for the referee's final whistle. Ball in. And there you go. That is the full-time whistle. And that is a perfect start for Arsenal in Bilbao against Athletic Club. 2 second-half goals. One from substitute Gabriel Martinelli. He scores, and then he sets up the second for another substitute, that being Leandro Trossard. Mikel Arteta's substitution proved dividends, and the Gunners open their Champions League campaign with a victory in the league phase. So there you go, guys. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Appreciate everyone for tuning in for this watch-along reminder. I'll be back tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock for the evening kickoffs in the Champions League. I think either Flex is joining me tomorrow or on Thursday. So we'll both be doing those ones, or it might be a solo Flex one. We'll see. And we'll have reactions as well. Appreciate everyone for tuning in as per usual, and have a good evening. I'm out of it. Peace.